I'm Hef.
I am Lindsay.
And this is Best Friends Nonsense.
Start again.
Okay.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Wherever you are in your journey with us.
Yep. Somewhere.
It sounds like a religion.
Yeah.
Wherever you are with your journey with us.
We're not a cult.
No.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Not yet. Not that we're going to be.
You never know.
Yeah.
Apparently, it starts out very small and it
does.
grows. And
yeah, it grows and grows and grows.
Yeah. Anyways, hi. How's everybody doing? You can't answer that, so I hope you're doing well.
They can answer, but they're going to answer 6 days from now at least.
Yeah, that's true.
So, probably doing better than me, though.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a different person now.
Oh.
I saw Inside Out, too, today.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That messed me up. Having severe anxiety disorder and then seeing it outside of my own brain.
So it was accurate?
It was very accurate. Like, that is literally how it feels. And that happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Like, especially at work when it gets really busy, especially bartending, because people can just come in and choose to sit at the bar and they have to let them, and people like to do that a lot. So sometimes I'll be super overwhelmed while nobody else is, and I'm just like, that is going on in my head.
Yeah.
But I really liked the way that, like, when, like, after, so Joy kind of pulls anxiety out, but then everything is still spinning.
Oh, yeah, spoiler alert, by the way.
Oh, God,
She's
sorry.
going to be talking about Inside Out to some. So, spoiler alert.
Sorry, I just went right into it.
Yeah.
I literally could not let it leave. It needed to leave my mouth.
Okay, you've been warned. Keep going.
So, Joy comes in. Like, they had basically, like, yeah, if you've seen the trailer, you see them put the OG emotions into a jar and, like, send them away. And so, like, anxiety was basically the main one running things. And eventually Riley ends up having this panic attack. And you see, so, like, anxiety is moving so fast on the control panel board that, like, Joy, she, like, walks through the spinning, whatever the heck it is. It looks almost like her hair, like anxiety's hair. But she, like, walks through it and she's, like, standing next to anxiety, but anxiety is just standing still like this, but almost, like, flickering because she's moving so fast, but, like, moving back and forth across the control panel and then back to the main, like, the center.
Okay.
So, but Joy ends up grabbing her and pulling her out of it. But the spinning is still happening during all of that. And then even when she's like trying to calm anxiety down and do all that, and they're, like, fixing everything, it's still spinning. It still spins for a long time after that. And it is very slow and gradual the way that it all, like, fades away.
What does it look like on the outside? Like, what does her anxiety look like, Riley's?
Well, so...
Do we see that, or are we just looking on the inside?
Well, you do see both, but, like, in that moment, it was, like, the panic attack, the, like, pulling at things, feeling like she can't breathe, like, like, hyperventilating, freaking out, like, just, like...
Okay.
Like, going crazy.
I didn't know if they did that so kids understand what it looks like on the outside. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they did. But it, like, truly, like, after things calm down, for me at work, for example, after things calm down, my brain still feels like it's still, like, panicking. It still feels like it's still happening, even after the situation has calmed down.
Right.
And that meant a lot to me. And it like that, at that moment, I was sobbing. Because I was just like, that is literally the way that I feel all the time. Like, not 24/7, but it happens very frequently that I get that much anxiety. But I feel like anxiety is pretty much running the board at all times for me. You know, brief spurts of, you know, joy and a lot of sadness, embarrassment, and boredom, ennui, whatever. But for me, anxiety definitely runs my board.
Yeah. Is there an emotion, unless that comes from joy, of like goofiness? Do they ever explain where goofiness comes from? Because I know that was one of her islands.
I think it's just joy. Because joy always, joy? Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't know if if boredom has its own emotion, how come like?
Well, because boredom, you're not sad, you're not mad.
Yeah.
It's also boredom. Also, I feel like it goes hand in hand with like indifference. Like, meh. Like, I don't care.
Right. Well, that's kind of how you feel when you're bored. It's seen
like sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like when there's a point where ennui or boredom is running the board and she says something sarcastic. And it's hilarious. But like in the brain, it creates like they call it a sarcasm.
Oh.
But it's like if like tectonic plates shifted and you have like a big fault or something like that. Yeah. It creates like a fault in her mind or whatever. And it was really funny because they were like yelling across the sarcasm to somebody on the other side. And it, you know, pans to them listening to it and they're saying it really nicely. But when they hear it come across the sarcasm, it comes across sarcastic.
Yeah, that's funny.
And I thought that was so funny.
Yeah. Well, because I listened to Ladies and Tangents. They did an episode about Inside Out too. And so they had a lot of spoilers in theirs also. So they were talking about what it seems like these new emotions. Because obviously when you're younger, you don't have that many emotions until you get to like where Riley is. Because she's like, what, 12, 13 now?
Yeah, she's 13.
Yeah, so like that's when you start getting into middle school. And we were talking about like boredom kind of, no, it was envy. Envy, like when you're a teenage girl and maybe I was not a teenage boy, so I don't know what it feels like. But teenage girls, instead of envy, like envy to me always sounds like the green monster, you know? Yeah. But this envy is more like,
it's not really the green monster.
I wish I was like her. I wish I was so cool like her.
That is truly the way that envy is in the movie. And she is adorable, but she's also like, oh my god, stop. Stop, this is entirely too much.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, that's what teenage girl envy really is, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And what's the other one? We haven't really talked about that one much.
Boredom.
Or
no. Embarrassment.
Embarrassment. Yeah, that's a big one when you're a teenager, too.
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
Yeah. And even when you're a little kid, my niece is currently going through, she gets embarrassed so easily. And so I think that's just a big thing when you're 12,
Which
13.
one? The older one? The older one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She just hit
that's what I was thinking.
Teenagerhood, so.
I forget that she's not 16 sometimes because of the way that she acts.
I know. She acts older than she is most of the time. Bless her little heart. But, so, I feel like they also said something like, the message of Inside Out 1 was, like, you don't just have to be happy all the time. There's different emotions, and it's okay to have different emotions.
It's okay to feel them, yeah.
And so, like, that's when Joy started figuring out, like, the memories are mixtures of different feelings. Yeah. So what the second one is about having new emotions coming in as you're growing older. Do they still mix emotions? Because I feel like Ladies and Tangents mostly mentioned that anxiety ran the board. Instead of joy running the board, it was anxiety this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Like, what do you think the message was about Inside Out 2?
I think a lot of it was to portray the way that anxiety really looks inside of the mind versus outside of the mind, like what's going on when that's really happening. But also, like, this is why teenagers freak out, like, because at the beginning, like, the puberty starts going off. She enters puberty.
Fun.
And, they're like, even if they just, like, as soon as they just barely touch the control board, she, like, explodes with emotion. Like,
Oh,
like, they just have to barely, like, Sadness just went like this. And then she was like, and I was like, oh, yep. And I think it's really to show how it really feels when you're going through all of life's changes, and kind of when you're starting to get these things, you know, maybe kind of gives you something to see when you're feeling that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I also felt like I had something really good when you were talking, and then I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. It was because of something you said, and I literally don't remember, because you were talking about the ladies
Mixed
and tangents.
emotions.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, a lot of it too is so there's not just Riley's emotions or her like memories now. Now there is also Riley's sense of self.
Oh, they were talking about this.
Yes. And
Because she has a very strong sense of self when she's younger.
Exactly. And as you get older, as you start going through changes in your life, you start to doubt yourself.
Yeah.
You start to, waver, and, you're getting, this person saying this person saying that. And then, if that gets thrown down into the little, like, so basically the thing, her memories make up her sense of self. That's what, creates what
her
makes
little
her
islands also.
Yeah,
that makes her
exactly.
personality.
So basically what it is now is, so there's an elevator that takes them down a level from like the control center down to where like the root like of herself is in a way. And when they put the memories down there, they create these little strings that go up, and they become part of what makes up her sense of self. And so anxiety, literally, like, one of the first things that she did is she ripped it off
No.
and threw it.
Why?
She said that they needed to completely change her.
Why? Riley's great. I like Riley.
You sound a lot like Joy. That's why Joy is at your control
Right,
center.
we were talking about that too. Like, she said anxiety runs her control panel. Joy, I think Joy controls my control panel. But geez, do I experience a lot of boredom, self-doubt, but that's something else.
Self-doubt, I think, is anxiety too.
Yeah, I do have a lot of anxiety. Just, I think mine is different than yours, and I think that's what makes it so complex of an emotion.
Yes.
Because it's so it can be different from person to person.
Yeah.
And I don't think anger really comes out in me very often.
It does for me sometimes.
Yeah. Sadness, yeah, she pokes her head in.
Oh yeah, sadness and anxiety are like besties. There was a part in the movie where Riley was so embarrassed, and embarrassment literally laid his whole body on the control panel, and he was trying to get to the other end, and he just had a little bit that he couldn't get, and Sadness came up and was like, oh, it's okay, I got you, buddy. And she hit she like touched the other end of the board, so it was like mostly pink and then blue, and she's just like embarrassed and crying, and I'm like, oh, been there
Yeah.
though, because you can feel multiple emotions at once. You absolutely can.
You can.
So.
And also, Ladies and Tangents mentioned one. I feel like I'm like mentioning them too much. Sorry, but they mentioned a part where, as soon as Anxiety and them get in, they toss them away. Basically, they lock them away. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, they
that's
put them in a jar and they take them away.
Yeah, that's kind of symbolizing. To them, they felt like that was symbolizing like putting emotions you don't want to feel on the back burner.
Suppressed emotions.
Yes.
And actually, that's funny because Fear said that when they were down there. He was like, we're suppressed emotions.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah, so it definitely could dive deep into those things, because
I'm telling you,
emotions are...
when it finally comes out, because you know it's going to come out on Disney Plus. It's gonna.
Right.
Like, it's a Disney movie.
Right.
So when it comes out on Disney Plus, I have to come over and we have to have a movie night. I will watch it again.
Okay.
And I will cry.
Okay.
Just as
I
much
would probably,
as I did the first time.
I'll probably cry too.
It's okay. We'll cry together. But this way we can experience it together. And then, we can experience it together, and then you can like point at me, and I'll be like, okay, I'll note that one down.
Okay.
Because then I've already seen it, so I won't miss anything.
That's true. I got to experience the full thing.
Then I can take the notes.
Yes. There you go.
While we watch.
There you go. So after 20 minutes of talking about a movie
that only I watched.
I mean, I've heard a lot of spoilers. That's why probably I was able to.
Yeah.
Anyway, so week recaps. Do you have much of a week recap?
I have a little bit. I didn't write it down, but I did go over it verbally in my car on the way in.
Oh, nice. I didn't think I had much of a recap until I actually started writing stuff down, because I did not literally leave my house from Sunday to Thursday. Like, I did not leave my house. I'm like, what's an update? I don't have any updates. And that was last week. But I said how I didn't leave the house till Thursday, and we went to bother Hef at work, and she was different. She texted me after, and she goes, sorry I was being so weird. I was like, I definitely felt like you were being weird.
Anxiety was running full force that day.
Okay, because like, I know how you are here and at my house, and you were just totally, like, not totally different, but me and Joshua were just like, maybe this is just her work Hef. Like, maybe that's who it is. And, like, I got to meet one of our listeners. Hi, if you're watching. Sorry if I was awkward. I just was not expecting to meet someone. I was like, it's so weird because, like, I don't know how to react to someone I've never met before, but they know me. I'm like, I don't know. Hi. Yeah.
I told her, I was like, this is going to be the first time that she's interacting with somebody in this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, don't expect her to be exactly the way that she is on the podcast. Because, like...
Also, my kid was stressing me out.
If you ever meet me in person, if you ever meet her in person, we are not going to be the way that we are right now. Because right now, we are at our most comfortable.
Right, exactly.
We are with one person that we have known for 20 plus years.
Well,
That hurt. Sorry.
I bet that felt weird. And then we went swimming on Saturday, and then had a birthday party for my brother-in-law and Joshua, even though Joshua's birthday was, last month.
I was wondering, I was like, wait a minute, why didn't we, like, do a Molten or something for his birthday?
I don't know.
But that's because that was not his birthday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could have just said it was his birthday, but we went to a pool. I almost said where it was, but we went with friends, and Boo Boo really liked, because this specific pool has a splash pad before you get to the actual pool. And she just loved it. I was very surprised because she didn't like being splashed, but maybe she's getting used to it. I don't
Maybe.
know. But she was having the time of her life with those splash pads. She was having so much fun. Yeah. And so we did that, and she was having a great time swimming. I actually got swimmies for her, so we tried it out. We went swimming again yesterday and actually like tried it out, and because I noticed Saturday she just wanted to like take off and swim. I'm like, well, can't do that yet. So like Monday she was able to like actually go and try to swim. She would get kind of nervous because you're trying to get used to like, how do I keep my body upright and not go like face into the water.
Yeah.
So it's a big learning curve for her, but I think it's going good. I think it's going well.
That's good.
And she's just so happy. She's a little water bug. It's so cute. I like, because you experienced her first time in the water. Like, she was not having a great time.
She was not.
Granted, she was like, what, 6 months or something nuts. So
Yeah.
she was not having a great time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now she's like, this is fun. And she like, have you ever been caught in a storm with a child? Because
what kind of, like, outside or in
outside.
a car or like, no?
Okay, so we were at the pool yesterday, and a weird freak storm came out of nowhere. So I was trying to hurry and pack everything up and get her, but you also can't put her in the car with a swim diaper. So like, I was trying to get her all ready, but she also wants me to pick up, and I'm like, I'm trying to do everything. Where do you see arms that could pick you up? Because I got nothing. No. So like, it's so stressful trying to get out of the freezing rain with a child. It was a lot, but yeah, that was fun. We sang again on Sunday, and then we got a Ring camera. You know this because last week she came over and I caught her on the Ring camera, and she was like, when she rang the doorbell, I sent it to her. I was like, look what my Ring camera caught.
It's just me. It's fine.
Yeah, it was funny. But Friday or Saturday morning, I don't remember which, I woke up to my neighbor's daughter screaming. And I was able, instead of having to like peek through windows, now I have my Ring camera that I can just look through. And I was just watching her like walking down the road screaming after the dog, because their dog always gets out. The same dog that's always gets out. It's stupid. So I'm going to take it over to Hif. I feel like a news anchor. Now back to our other co-host.
Hello. This week, well, I worked a lot. I worked more than I normally do because Thursday, I worked open to close. Straight through, no break. Yeah. I was also told that there was a different closing manager. I didn't question it, so I didn't ask anybody when I was there. And then my GM was the closing manager. Now, granted, nothing against him. I love him to death. He is he's my least favorite manager, but not because I don't like him. That is not at all the reason why. It's just that I like the other guys. Like, I don't know, we just get along better. We joke around more. I feel like I know them better than I do him. Like, we don't really joke around as much. We're getting to that point, though. We are. So it's okay. I think me doing that was part of it, too. Like, kind of proving my reliability and things like that. But let's see.
Yes, I like these things. I've never had them before.
They're good. If we still have some after the podcast, I will probably leave them here because I bought 4 bags of these.
Oh my gosh.
They were 2 for $2 though.
Oh.
I spent $4 on them. It's not, and yeah, they're the little bags. It's not like that much.
Yeah.
That'll last me for a bit. Anyway, yeah, I've been bartending the whole time. So, I think Friday, I believe it was Friday night, I was carrying up a keg, and got it behind the bar, so I carried it most of the way up there. And then I was kind of setting it down, but then I took like I was kind of losing my balance, so I had to take a step to not lose my balance, and then I tripped a little bit. I caught myself. I was fine, except something in my ankle kind of snapped.
Oh no.
I don't really know what it was, but my ankle has been very sore ever since. It hurts really bad all the time.
Do you wrap it?
No, I'm gonna get a brace. I need to.
Yeah. We have one. That's what I wear a lot.
Yep. See. But I just have to get to the store and get one.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally at Walmart today, this morning, getting pimple patches and getting the good ones, the ones that like have medicine in them for your pimple. Because I like to do skincare, but my skin doesn't care. But yeah, tripped over a keg. That sucked. I limped for about 30 minutes, but then I was able to walk normal. Like, I can walk normal, but it's just sore. Like, it's just lingering soreness. Like, I don't
the under
think
30 club.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I couldn't walk the next day after hurting my ankle, but she's fine.
Listen, it doesn't. I'm not fine. It hurts. And like when I'm driving, the top of my foot will start to like burn after a little while.
Yeah.
So
I found out mine is my ACL. I have weak ACLs. So I found stretches to help it.
that could be a thing for me. But that's the back of your ankle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's where mine hurts is
when
it
that's
goes
what yours would be then.
to like your heel up. Because that's
Yeah.
where mine always hurts, is my heel and up.
Yeah.
And
Well,
even
so
the back of my, whatever this is called, calf.
my pain is like internal, like it's in here too. It like it'll radiate, but it like starts like in the middle of my ankle, and then it like just kind of.
You could have just.
I think I just like twisted it or rolled it or something,
Yeah.
just like strained
Exactly.
or something. It's not anything worth going to the doctor for. Like, it's not an emergency. I'm fine. I just need a little support to kind of
Yeah.
get it back in a good position. But right now it's sore. He does not like me. And I open tomorrow.
Fun.
I want to open. But at least I have the evening off. And then I close on Thursday, so it's kind of like I'll have kind of like a day off. Because I have half of the day and then the first half of the next day.
Yeah.
Get kind of like 24 hours off.
Yeah.
By the end of my shift tomorrow, it'll actually probably be closer to like 23 hours, but still. The person who relieves me on Wednesdays is always really good about showing up, and she will take over any tables that I have already. She's
Nice.
like, we're good to go.
That's good.
She's also been there for 9 years.
Oh.
So she's got some experience.
Yeah, she's fine.
Like, I've been there less than a year, and I'm already bartending and training people behind the bar. So if I can do it, she can take it over and be just fine. So, but I think, I'm trying to think. Oh, Thursday, working open to close Thursday wasn't that bad because my friend from work, she always works on Thursdays and Fridays, but she was off on Thursday and Friday. So I was like, man, it stinks that she's not there. And then she came in and visited me. At 4:00, I had another visitor, and it was a girl who used to work with me because she loves sharks. And we put a little gummy shark in one of our margaritas for the summer. And so she came in because she had to get one of those. And then of course, you guys came in, and that was the most exciting part because that one I was actually looking forward to. I was like, oh my God, please come. But also, if you can't make it, it's okay. I'm going to be fine. But oh my God, please come.
Yeah.
Like,
And the whole time, Boo Boo was just like, she's used to her being here.
Yeah.
So the whole time she was like, see ya. Like, Bye.
I would come up to the table with something and she'd be like, see ya. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
She was interesting that day. I really liked your host, by the way. She was nice. Very personable.
Oh my God, that's a first.
Really? I liked her. I mean, she kind of was a lot, but...
See, that's the thing, though. You just got a little bit of her. Mm-hmm. She is the way that she was with us all the time. 24/7. She does not stop talking.
Wow.
She will talk about anything and everything. She will talk about very personal things that are going wrong with her body to guests as she's seating them.
Oh. She didn't do that to me. It happened so fast. I don't even know what we even talked about. But I do remember when she was leaving and she said, I did the classic thing where someone says, okay, enjoy. And I almost said, yeah, you too. And I stopped myself and said, yeah. And I just felt like, you stupid human. Why are you like this?
It's okay. She probably did not think about it.
Nope. She's probably like...
She goes off in her own world and does her own thing. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. She's sweet and she means well, absolutely. But oh my God, sometimes I'm just like, shut up, shut up, sip it for 2 minutes. You keep seating me. You're overseating me, and then trying to talk to me while I'm working. I have too much to do.
That girl.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, I didn't even
talked about it already.
It's her.
That's who it was.
Yeah, same one.
Oh, I
forgot
her.
about that.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah.
But then again,
Not in the
when
work.
it comes to guests, though, like, you walk in, you see her, and then she talks to you about 5 minutes, and then she walks away, and you don't talk to her the rest of the time. But you have to work with her. You're there for 10 hours.
Exactly. So imagine what she tells me when she gets comfortable. It's terrible.
But anyways, so I want to tell you guys about my weird dreams. It threw me for a loop. I woke up Saturday morning and was like, what the heck were those dreams? So I'm the kind of dreamer that when I inherited this from my mom, I think, because my mom has had some wild dreams too. She's always had crazy dreams. Over this one time, trigger warning for people that are sensitive to dead things. She had this one dream where the house that we used to live at, the farm, she dreamed that it caught on fire. She doesn't know where me or my brother were, but her and my dad got out of the house, and then all of a sudden, all of the dead cats that we've had in past years came up like little cat zombies out of the ground. Right? So, like, we have very vivid dreams. Vivid dreams. And she's had other ones that are very strange, too. She even called it when I was pregnant with Boo Boo. Yeah. Weird. But so I'm the kind of dreamer that even if I wake up and I roll back over, sometimes my dreams will continue, or they'll like go on like a really weird, like, I get this reoccurring dream of being chased. I constantly have dreams about being chased. Always. Like, I have this reoccurring dream where this guy, so I am in my childhood home, and I sometimes am a little girl, and sometimes I am an adult. And so I'm running through this house, trying to hide from this guy. And no matter where I hide, he's right there next to me. Every time. But I can't see his face. And you know what he looks like? The bad guy from Popeye. the really big guy. Like, his body looks like that, but I can't see his face. I don't know what he looks like, his face.
Well, I feel like if it was the rest of the cartoon character, it'd be a lot less scary because he would be like,
Right, why are you chasing me?
Right.
But yeah, so like he even is there if I hide in a drawer or under the bed or like everywhere I hide, he's right there next to me, and it freaks me out every time. So don't know what that's about. Or other times it's like people eating me or trying to eat me or just creepy things like that. Anyways, so Saturday, and I immediately wrote these down because it threw me for a loop. So the first dream, I had a house like my cousin, so really big house. Joshua and I lived there. I don't know where Boo Boo was, but her clothes were in one closet. So she was there, just don't know where she was. We had a magazine coming to do a thing for our house, and this girl came over from the magazine, but like she kept doing weird things like taking a shower, wearing my clothes, and flirting with my husband. I couldn't find anything to wear, and I kept running into baby clothes instead of my clothes. And I remember being so upset, like, where are my clothes? And don't know where the rest of the dream went because I said, side note, I had a half bath in a part of the house, and it was divided by a curtain, but instead of the toilet being on the other side of the curtain like you would expect, it was in the middle of the curtain. So if, like, you had to go to the bathroom, the curtain was on your lap. What does that mean? What was this dream?
I think that was a glitch in your brain.
I remember sitting on the toilet and the curtain came across my lap. I don't
Okay, so here's the question. Was your head in the shower? Or was your head outside the shower and your feet were in the shower?
No, so like,
Or wait.
how this room was, it was like a big room, and like there was this, I even know what the curtain looked like. It was white and yellow stripes. And so I was sitting on, like, I sat on the toilet, and then I pulled the curtain, and I noticed it was across my lap, and I was like, this doesn't seem right.
Oh, like almost like it just went in front of you?
Yeah, it was just like really close to my face, and I remember looking at my lap, and it was like across my lap. Yeah, and I remember like I was trying to find my clothes, and for the life of me, I could not find any of my clothes. I think that girl that was flirting with my husband just took them all, and
She snatched your clothes so she couldn't get dressed. She could steal your man.
I guess so. He was very oblivious about it all. He was just like, I guess she's just really nice. He's very oblivious in person, though, so that's why
That
I think
doesn't surprise
my
me.
subconscious was like,
I feel like he would definitely, but also that's the thing about him too, though. I feel like he would never be looking for that to be happening.
Yeah.
So
it took the man like 2 years to find out I was even flirting with him.
Right.
I had to come out of it and like tell him directly before he even got a hint.
Yeah.
I was winking at him in our text messages and he never got the hint. I'm like, you're slow, I guess. What's wrong with you? He just thought he never had a chance, so that's what he said. So the second dream, a man came into a lawn and garden place carrying a hose, like a lot of hose. And he is looking for something and sets all of it down on the ground. Another man comes in and grabs the last of whatever the first guy wanted, and he got mad and somehow was spraying him with the water, soaking everyone in the store. But I was that man. Like, sometimes in my dream, I'm not myself. I'm someone else. So I was the man that soaked everybody in the store, but I don't understand how there's water in the hose that him were carrying. Do you do that in your dreams? Are you other people in your dreams? Are you always yourself?
I'm always me.
Okay. That doesn't always happen where I'm someone else, but this time I was. So anyway, I must have woke up and said, oh, time for a new dream, because all of a sudden the police came, and somehow my dream morphed into a cop dream where I was the cop, and I was in this neighborhood, and it was pitch dark. Like, I couldn't see nothing. And we were there because people are hurting others and we needed to get them. I'm walking around very confused. I find some people and we are walking when all of a sudden I turn around and a huge mechanical T-Rex is licking me.
Licking you.
Yeah, in the face. I remember still like turning and this giant T-Rex is like licking me and I'm like, oh my god, get off. I don't know.
Do you talk in your sleep?
I must. I
That
don't
would
know.
be hilarious.
Confused. I
feel
start
like hearing that would be very
right. I
What?
do ask some. I do like sometimes wake up talking, so I must talk in my sleep. Confused, I start trying to fight back, and I can't call for backup because every time I try, it stops me. I don't know what happens because all of a sudden, then I'm Christina Yang from Grey's Anatomy. And I'm in that neighborhood and I'm scared because I had an inappropriate relationship with one of the people there. And I realize how bad that is. And I'm trying to find my boss to ask if I can leave. What?
All right.
So I have reasons why I think I dreamed the second dream. Don't know why I dreamed the first one. But maybe because I watched that one like Vogue interview thing. So maybe that's why I dreamed of the Vogue magazine coming to my house.
Oh yeah.
And then also I don't know what's with the hose one. That was weird. But I think the large T-Rex licking my face is because I saw something on Facebook where they have a realistic T-Rex statue. And I remember talking to Joshua on Sunday. I was like, I don't understand what the T-Rex arms are for, because you got this huge animal with itty bitty arms. What's the purpose of the little itty bitty arms? And also with how big the eye sockets are, we thought they had giant eyes, but really they had itty bitty like beady eyes. So I'm very confused about the anatomy of these giant creatures. And also, did you find out, like I had to, that dinosaurs did not sound like we thought they did, like in Jurassic Park, like they're screaming, yelling, rah, but they didn't actually sound like that. It's like guttural sounds. No, you didn't know that? It gives like a visceral reaction. Yeah. It's like, it's weird. I wonder if I can find it. I hate the picture that they assigned to it because my ancestors must have died by T-Rexes or something. That's what they sounded like. Does that not send a shiver down your spine?
It sounds like a motorcycle. Like somebody's got a really bad Subaru or something. I don't know.
It freaks me out. I can't.
Ugh.
My ancestors definitely died by something. Like, so do you have a dream that you always, like, any reoccurring ones, or?
The only, like, reoccurring one I ever have doesn't really make any sense to me. Because, so my dad used to have a big red truck.
Mm-hmm.
In the dream, I'm always driving his big red truck. I don't know why. I used to be terrified of that because I was like, oh my goodness, I would never want to be behind a big, huge truck like that. Like, there's no way. But now I've driven a U-Haul. I've driven a bus for a nursing home as a job. So I'm like, that wouldn't actually scare me now. Which is funny enough because, I think that was really a thing. Like, maybe I just had some kind of subconscious fear of driving a bigger vehicle or something. I don't know. because I haven't had that dream since I've driven bigger vehicles.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. But that was really it. Like, I would just be driving his truck, and for some reason, I'd always be in the passenger seat in my dream, and I'd have to get over into the driver's seat because there wasn't a driver, and the truck was moving. Like, I don't know what was happening. I would always have to get over in there and drive, and then that would be it, really. Like, I never went anywhere. I never arrived at a destination. I didn't leave from anywhere either. Like, it was just weird. And I did have one weird dream one time that I vividly remember. I remember it well enough, I guess. But it was when I was with my ex-boyfriend. I dreamt that I was having twin boys, which is something my memo always told me that I would have, was twin boys one day. But when the doctors handed me my sweet baby boys, my ex-boyfriend, he had this little stuffed snowman, and it had a little top hat, got a carrot nose and buttons, and a blue and white striped scarf. Well, when the doctors handed me my twin baby boys, one of them was that snowman, the other one was an identical snowman, but with a green and white striped scarf. Like,
did you have like a connection with the snowman?
It was my boyfriend's, and it stayed on our bed unless we were sleeping.
Oh, it just, okay.
I don't know.
She says, that's my baby.
I was like, okay. It was the weirdest dream I've ever had in my life. And I even remember, like, driving to work that day, like, after waking up from that dream and thinking, like, what was that?
That's how I even felt. Was that? That's how I felt with those dreams. I'm like, what is going on? Also, are you okay?
I just noticed that your ceiling fan.
Yes, we got those. They are so cute. Because, I'm
so that was recent.
Stupid.
Okay.
Yes, apparently I'm dumb, and I can't remember which switch is what for my ceiling fan. So he got these switches that have the medallions of a light bulb and a ceiling fan. So that way one's a light and one's the ceiling fan, like Speed. So now I'm not stupid.
Love that.
Right?
That's so cute.
Right? I love them. They're so cute. Yes. I love them so much.
And it looks like they're like super easy to change out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it was very fast. He said, bloop, 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 and done.
I want he asked, when he gets back here, he has to tell me where he got those from.
Amazon.
Oh,
yeah.
Bet. Oh,
yeah. Really?
Dude, honestly, everything on Amazon. Why do I even ask questions on where people get things from? Just look on Amazon.
Yeah. So, I have a article from Casper.com, and so it was the one that I really liked, and we're going with it. So, yeah, this is none of my own research, of course, because nobody got time for that.
Mood.
So, it says, though subjective, some of the possible meanings of dreams include representing unconscious desires and wishes, interpreting random signals from the brain and body during sleep, and I can't pronounce that word.
Consciousness?
No, it's like consolidating.
Consolidating?
Yep. And processing information gathered during the day. Humans have always tried to interpret their dreams. From ancient wives' tales to complex theories, the ways people analyze them continue to evolve. Assigning certain meanings to dreams has gained traction in pop culture as both a source of entertainment and self-reflection. However, does anyone really know what dreams mean? I don't think so. Some people may say that dreams are a way for your brain to process thoughts and feelings, but no one fully understands their purpose. To explore the possibilities, we've collected information on 15 of the most common themes and what they are said to mean. Unfortunately, I don't think any of them are a dinosaur licking your face or
Yeah.
a giant house that you have and a lady's flirting with your husband.
Or giving birth to twin baby stuffed snowmen.
Yeah, or why the bad guy from Popeye is chasing you. I mean,
Or why I'm driving my dad's truck.
there is one. So the first one is being chased. And dreams about being chased are extremely common. In these dreams, you may not know exactly who or what is chasing you. You may also feel like you can't run fast or that trying to run faster results in you actually slowing down. Dream interpreters, that's the word, often interpret these dreams as you attempting to avoid something in your life or that you want to escape from fears or unwanted desires. If you're able to identify what or who is chasing you, that can further explain your dream. For example, a dream about being chased by a potential love interest could mean that you're afraid of a new romance or a relationship. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like I'm throwing, running away from anything with that dream. I've never felt like that when I have that dream. I always am like, if anything, I'm more scared of change. That's what I feel like it would be.
Sorry, I have to send somebody my my GM's phone number.
Oh.
And then I snickered because she calls me her princess.
Oh.
She says, "Thank you, my princess."
Oh, you're welcome.
It's so funny. Because she is the friend that's always forever single.
Oh.
And so, like, we get along we relate a lot on that. And so I'm like, it's okay. We're just single together. Like, we're both straight as can be. It is, like, we've both had that discussion. We're like, listen, if we get married, it's for tax purposes. we're going to have our own rooms, our own stuff, and we can have boyfriends or whatever.
You're going to have an open marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we'd be in a gay marriage while completely straight.
Do you think your parents would support
No.
that?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Would never actually happen. This is hypothetical. Obviously not. Okay.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
the second is dreams about falling. Dreams where you're falling are also common and are typically wow, I wish I could read. And typically stem from anxiety. Many people think that falling dreams occur to express fear or insecurities you feel like you have no control over.
I do have those sometimes.
Oh, see, I've never dreamed about falling.
It's just, like, I don't ever really, remember any kind of visual from it. Like, but I just, like, I'll be laying down and I just, like, I feel like I'm falling and I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
like, I'll be laying completely still on my bed, but I all of a sudden just feel like I'm falling. Like,
Well, I have a fear about that. It's like your body and brain are like, your brain is like going to sleep and your body's still like, where are we going? We gotta come alive. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where are you going? So that's what I think it is. It's just like something with that. But dream interpreters also widely believe that falling dreams are a sign that something in your life isn't going as well as you had hoped. Perhaps you are failing at work or failing in a relationship, which could lead to dreams like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Have you ever had a dream about being naked in public? I don't think so.
I don't think I have, but for some reason I feel like there's a possibility that I have that I'm not.
Right.
That's not
You could've
pulling
forgotten.
forward to my memory.
Yeah.
Clearly, if I did, it was not very traumatic.
Right. If you've ever had a dream in which you showed up to school, work, or somewhere else public in your birthday suit, you're not alone. And it's normal to fear societal embarrassment, which is what these dreams typically symbolize. Dreams about being naked in public can also mean that you're worried about your appearance or that you're trying to hide something from others. And I'm like, oh, yes, that does make sense.
Yeah.
I've never dreamt about flying. I don't think. Have you? I feel like I could bring this closer, but you probably can hear me. It's fine.
Yeah.
So dreams about flying, dreams where you're flying like a superhero can mean that you feel liberated, powerful, or free.
Huh.
On the other
Explains why I
hand,
have not had those.
on the other hand, dreams about flying can also indicate that you feel a desire to escape or fly away from something in your life. Not all flying dreams are bad. However, if you are if you're flying alone, this can mean that you feel independent or confident. Okay, so number 5 is dreaming about teeth falling out, and I have had this dream only once, and that freaked me out. I've never had it since, though. Only one time have I dreamt about
I've had it one time, and I never remember what it was supposed to mean. It was a while ago, so I have no idea.
So people quite commonly have dreams about teeth, either that they're falling out or that they're loose and wiggling. There are also dreams where people suddenly have no teeth. If you've experienced this, don't be afraid. This is likely your brain's way of coping with a situation in which you feel powerless, embarrassed, or unable to communicate. These dreams can also indicate that you're worried about your personal appearance or that you have said something embarrassing. So my entire life.
Right.
Like,
right.
I'm always worried.
And like, why have I not had more of
something.
those?
Right. I
Why
remember
is that
I was
not
very
my recurring dream.
Right. I have always had, like, I remember this, like, the time that it happened, I was very stressed. I don't remember what about. I think I was working. But I remember it was very stressful.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't apparently deal with stress very well.
I feel
Dreams about death and dying. I've dreamt one time, so my great grandmother, was she 2 grades or 1 grade? I think she was my 2 grades, actually. She married in. She was half my great-great-grandfather's age when she married him. So that's why she was still around. Anyway.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, I dreamt one time that she died, and coincidentally, my sister was pregnant with her youngest. And it was so weird. So she was walking through my grandparents' garage, and she tripped. My grandmother, she tripped and then transformed into a baby that is my niece. Weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah. And that's the only time I've ever dreamt about, like, that kind of stuff. I mean, I did dream, I think it was like 4th of July, I dreamt that my husband, me, and I woke up sobbing. Like, I dreamt that, like, we had a whole big funeral, and, like, every time that someone came, like, I went out to the gravesite, somebody came with me, and the one time that I went by myself, I lay down on the grave and just sobbed, and that's what I woke up sobbing. And I'm like, oh, this is so upsetting, and it messed me up for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you would deserve to just have that day to rest.
Yeah.
Like, you just rest that day.
Yeah. Have you ever had a dream about it?
About death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yourself or someone else?
Well,
I've never experienced my own.
I had a weird out-of-body experience.
Oh, I love those.
Dreaming that I was at my own funeral that nobody showed up to.
Oh, you know I'd be there, girl.
I know. But I was like, oh, that was traumatizing. That was really just about it. And like, not much to the dream when nobody shows up.
True enough.
And I'm the only one who showed up to my dream and my funeral. The only thing I wasn't late for, I guess.
Woo!
Maybe everybody else was just late.
There you go.
And then I had a dream about a week, or no. It was 2 nights before my mama passed away. So, like, she passed on a Saturday. I woke up Friday from that dream.
Mm.
And she passed on Saturday about 3 o'clock.
Maybe it was like your brain preparing.
Yeah, my brain
yourself
was like,
for it.
this is happening.
Yeah. It kind of fell out of the blue to me, but I wasn't in the thick of it like you guys were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, she had been doing really bad. I hadn't really talked much about it to you.
Yeah.
About like details.
Well, I was
or
still
anything.
grieving mine, so.
Exactly, and that was another thing too. I was worried that because it was still pretty close after you losing yours, and you have a toddler, was like, I don't want to like I was like anything you asked, I would give information on, but I wasn't trying to like. I had other people to vent to that didn't have as much going on, and so I vented to them instead of venting to you just so that I could let you relax. Because I knew when everything else came in, those are not the friends that show up to your grandmother's funerals. You were. So, it's okay.
Yeah. I mean...
It was not that you weren't there for me. It's that I
just chose
to like, because I had somebody else that I could talk to about it. I was like, I would just rather not stress you out.
Right. That is one thing that was really hard because I was like a bajillion and 5 months pregnant when mine passed away.
Yeah.
So like dealing with such hard grief and being pregnant was so hard. And like I try not to have so much grief is because that probably affects the baby, so it was really hard trying to be like, okay, let's like dial it down, but also, oh my god.
Right.
Yeah, it was different, but experience a dream in which you or a loved one dies can be frightening. Not to fear though. Dream and theorists commonly think dreams like this are associated with a fear of change. Change can be scary because, like death, it's hard to know what's on the other side of that change. This is why your mind tends to equate change like with death. These dreams are also common in those who are entering the end of their lifetime, and many even find them comforting. Not me. So 7 is dreams about taking a test. I don't know if I've ever dreamt about it. I do have anxiety around it, though.
I've dreamt about taking a test, but nothing ever bad happens. Like, it's just like a test.
Oh.
Like, it's almost like a flashback to high school or something. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like, why am I here? Like, I have my pants on. I have my shirt on. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Like...
I've always hated tests. I had that test anxiety where all of a sudden I forget my own name and everything on the test, and it's not fun. In dreams about taking a test, the dreamer often imagines themselves taking an exam or realizing that they aren't prepared for the exam they have coming up. Since the underlying issue here is the lack of preparedness, dream theorists think that it's your dream processing the stress of not being ready for a certain situation. The situation, of course, isn't always a test. It can be a presentation at work, an overdue project, or a big social event. They can also mean that you're feeling judged or tested by a person or situation in your life. Makes sense. Oh, and that kind of ties into the dreams about pregnancy because Mom had intuition that I was before I don't think I was even pregnant yet. But dreams about pregnancy or preparing to give birth can signify that you're experiencing a new beginning of your life. Of course, this can be a child, but it could also be something you're about to embark on. Maybe you're thinking about switching careers, starting a new relationship, or moving to a new city. All of these could cause you to dream about being pregnant. Makes sense. Yeah. I don't think I've ever dreamt about myself or anybody else being pregnant, other than, my just real life. I think my brain said, oh, well, my sister is pregnant. So I knew that.
Yeah.
In real life. Dreams about water. I don't know if I've ever had a dream about water. Maybe swimming, but...
I feel like I don't really have any dreams about water.
No, but I don't really have a fear about water either.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. If water is persistent in your dreams, this could be a sign that you feel overwhelmed or unsupported by the people around you. It could also signify feelings of freedom or peace. Those two are very different. Determine what the dream symbolizes. Think about your feelings towards the water. If they are positive, water in a dream will likely manifest as something good. If you're afraid of water or something similar, it could symbolize something more negative. Also think about the kind of water present. I can't read. What it you might have to take over. Was it a deep, turbulent ocean or a calm, babbling brook? Since dreams are so subjective, water can manifest a lot in different ways. Fun. Okay. You can do the last 5.
Okay. Dreams about infidelity. When you're dreaming about being cheated on by your partner. Oh, sorry. Have you had a dream like this before?
Oh, so many times. But I think mine is just like times where I feel like we're not as connected as we sometimes are, or like if I know, like just life gets in the way and whatever, and
yeah.
Mine
was cheating on me. Anyway.
Mine never has.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so when you're dreaming about being cheated on by your partner, it can be incredibly distressing. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that your partner is being unfaithful. Sounds like somebody who was unfaithful wrote this. Some dream theorists believe that our brains like to test what-if situations to better prepare us for potential real-life situations or work through fears.
So anxiety? Yeah.
Yep. Still, others think that dreams about infidelity mean there could be issues with communication, trust, or loyalty in your relationship. If you're the one cheating in the dream, it could mean you're not getting everything you want out of your current relationship. Yep. I've never had a dream that I cheated.
Me either.
Dreams about food.
No.
I think I've probably been eating in dreams before. Like, I don't have any dreams about food that stand out to me.
Me either.
But, like, I like to eat.
Right.
So, dreams that involve food are fairly common and typically involve the dreamer eating all sorts of delicious things. This could be pizza, ice cream, or anything else that's indulgent. Many people speculate, though, that this type of dream is typically caused by going to bed hungry. Yeah, it sounds about right. I never eat. No wonder I'm like, oh yeah, I probably dream about that. It's probably my normal. That's why I'm like, no, nothing stands out, because they all do. If you're very hungry or thinking about food when you go to sleep, you're likely to dream about it.
How can you sleep when you're starving? I can't do that.
Well, see, like, that's the thing, though. Like, I don't go to bed hungry.
Right.
I eat when I'm hungry. Like, I just barely eat because I barely ever feel hungry. It's not healthy.
No.
Oh, and then what you eat before bed is also said to impact what you dream about sometimes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like, I noticed with my very
Sorry, adding on.
No, you're fine. Like, I had like a little Debbie snack, and I noticed like I was having very lucid dreams. So I'm like, maybe it's the whole bunch of sugar.
Maybe.
That's what I think it is.
It could be a thing.
Yeah.
Dreams where you can't move.
I don't think so.
I have had these.
So is it kind of like, is it different from like sleep paralysis? Because I've heard so much about that lately.
I don't know, because I don't know much about sleep paralysis.
It's like when you're awake and you can't move, you feel like something's holding you down, and you see things potentially and stuff.
Oh, no. No, this is different. Okay. Like I had a dream that somebody was fighting me. Like, they were wailing on me, and I literally, like, my arms wouldn't move. I couldn't move. Yeah. So this will be interesting to read. Mm-hmm. So, if you have a dream in which you can't move, for example, you're running in place or you can't seem to walk or move forward, This could be a sign that you feel like you're not in control of some aspect of your life. You may feel like no matter how much effort you're putting into something, you're still spinning your wheels. If you're having this dream, you might want to consider setting some new goals and figure out a more concrete direction in life. That makes a lot of sense because that was like when I was a kid and very, very sheltered and knew that I was being very sheltered. So, yeah.
For sure.
All right. Dreams where you can't speak. Have you ever had those?
I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind.
I'm a yapper. I feel like I'm always talking. I gotta be talking in my dreams too.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a dream where you're desperately trying to speak or stream?
See, it's infectious.
What? Okay, we're gonna start this one over. Have you ever had a dream where you're desperately trying to speak or scream but can't? Some people report that in these dreams, something is stuffed in their mouths. They also may have a lot of sticky food in their mouths that they can't swallow. Dreams like this can indicate that there's something on your mind that you want to share but feel like you're unable to. You may feel ignored or feel like your opinions aren't being heard or considered.
That makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Dreams about animals.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Right, I'm like, that's another thing for me where I'm like, I mean, maybe, sure, but like, I've had animals in my lifetime. Oh, yeah, I guess it does. I guess we'll find out. Most people will dream about animals at one point or another. Like dreams about water, dreams about animals can be interpreted in various ways. Typically, these animals will symbolize different things to different people. Sometimes animals can symbolize a trait or emotion. For example, if someone is portrayed as or with a lion, they may be strong and powerful. If your dream involves a serpent, you may feel like you're being betrayed or somebody is being dishonest. But he licked you in the face.
I know, he was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember thinking, like, why does he keep licking me?
Maybe he's just neutral and doesn't mean anything, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
I think that's all we're going to get out of that one. Okay, so recurring dreams. We have talked about this.
Yes, all the recurring dreams.
Dreams that happen repeatedly typically mean that there's an unresolved conflict in waking life. These dreams tend to be negative or stressful and will likely stop once the issue in your life has been resolved.
But what am I running away from?
The Popeye Man.
I know! What does the Popeye Man represent?
Watch Popeye. Eat more spinach.
Yeah, I always want to be healthy.
Maybe you have an iron deficiency.
Yes, I just need it.
That's so funny.
Eat healthy.
He's like, eat your lettuce. Okay. Recurring dreams occur for 60 to 75% of adults.
Wow.
And are more prevalent in women than men. They are also more likely to occur with people who are unhappy with their current situation in life.
Oh,
When's the last time you were running?
It's been a while, I think.
Because that was my thing, though. Like, mine probably, driving my dad's truck. And I said, like, I felt like I really haven't had that dream since I've driven bigger vehicles. So I think maybe I was just afraid to drive something big.
It makes sense. Yeah. And then there's different types of dreams. There's 5 different types. So reflections of daily life. Of course, that is what it sounds like. Just range of mundane activities to more complex scenarios, whatever. They escape into conscious imagination. Daydreams occur while we're awake. That's what that kind of means. Lucid dreams, the awareness within the dream. So lucid dreaming is a unique and intriguing type of dream where the dreamer becomes aware that they are dreaming. Have you ever had those?
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever had. I think maybe one
Yeah,
instance
like-
where I'm trying to wake myself up. Like, okay, let's get out of here. Like, I don't like this. This is a very scary dream.
Yeah.
I've had those. Yeah. What was yours?
I don't really remember.
Oh,
I just remember like in the dream being like, I'm dreaming. This is not real. This is not happening.
Yeah.
And then literally waking up and being like, whoa.
That's
I'm
how I
going
was.
back to sleep.
Yeah. Yes. False awakening dreams, the illusion of reality in dreams. False awakening dreams are a curious phenomenon where the dreamer believes that they have woken up, but they are actually still dreaming. These dreams can be incredibly realistic, often mimicking the exact environment the dreamer is in. They can lead to confusion upon truly awakening, as the lines blur between dream and reality becoming blurred. Have you ever had, like, the alarm dream where alarm is going off somewhere in your dream and you cannot find it?
Yep.
That happened to me, like, earlier this week. Like, my alarms were going off on my phone, and I kept
in the
turning
dream,
it
I'm
off in
just
my
like-
dream.
I'm
running
like,
around.
where's that chicken?
No, I'm running around everywhere trying to shut off this alarm clock, and I cannot find it. I'm getting so mad at my dream. I'm like, where is this? Where is it? Yeah.
It's because it was outside of your head.
Okay.
Okay.
And also the last one is nightmares, the darker side of dreams. Nightmares are distressing dreams that evoke feelings of fear, anxiety, and distress. They often occur during times of stress, anxiety, or emotional turmoil, while unpleasant nightmares can also be a way for our subconscious to confront and process hidden fears or traumatic experiences. Understanding the themes and symbols in nightmares can provide valuable insights into our emotional well-being. Yep, that sounds like all the different types of dreams. I was listening to one podcast, another one than Lays and Tangents. They were talking about astral projections.
Yeah.
And I'm very confused about that. Exactly
That
what it
interests
is.
me a lot, but I also get very confused anytime I try to like actually dive into it and like find out more information. It just my brain just turns to goo.
Because it seems like you can work at it and make yourself do it, or like some people it just happens.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'd be very scared to do it. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. That stuff, like, I don't know. Have you watched American Horror Story?
No, but I've been curious about it.
So,
Is it on anything that we have?
Netflix, probably.
Oh, I don't have it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. If it's on Hulu,
Wait, no, it is on Hulu now. It used to be on Netflix, so it's on Hulu now.
Okay, cool. Maybe I'll watch it sometime.
But I watched the season Coven, and like,
So it's witchy stuff.
yeah, that season is witchy. All the seasons are like different themes, completely different stories. Like, it's not like the seasons are all their own stories.
Oh.
So it doesn't like continue on
Oh.
at, like
that's
the following
nice.
season. Yeah, so you really can, like, you don't have to watch the before seasons. You could literally just jump straight into that one.
Nice. Okay.
And you wouldn't be missing anything.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because one of them, I have
Sometimes they have like
fear-
Easter eggs, like pieces from previous seasons
just
in
to
them,
give-
but like,
yeah.
but like that's it.
Well, because one season it seems like it plays on the fear of small holes, and I have a fear of tiny holes. If that
Yeah.
makes sense, I like. It sounds weird when you say that, but like, honeycombs, like all the itty bitty holes, it freaks me out because I don't know what's in the hole.
Yeah.
and or like that one disease where you can get tiny holes on your tongue. Like it's a fear of mine. And I also have that thing in my brain where it makes shapes out of nothing.
Yeah.
I have that too.
Yeah, my eyes play tricks on me real bad.
Yeah. What is it?
My eyes play tricks on me.
Oh, I'm like, what did you just say to me?
That's what I said. That's my wording for like seeing things that aren't there.
I meant to ask you last episode because we had that spooky thing.
Yeah.
And do you still see ghosts? Because you claimed when we were younger that you saw ghosts.
So, like, I saw something when my grandma died. And, like, I've always felt like I have, like, a sixth sense, but not that I necessarily... Like, I've never seen what I saw then again.
That's good.
But that was more vivid. That was, like, that was weird. Like, not weird, but I feel like it was almost like a spiritual thing. Not so much a, like, vividly seeing my great-grandmother's spirit exit the home just by walking through a wall. Like, I don't. But, like, I guess because of how little I was, and, like, they really didn't think that I had that much of an imagination, and they had me talk to the person who at the time was the pastor of the church that we all grew up in. And he even confirmed, he was like, I really do think that she is, like, he didn't think I was making it up or anything.
Really?
Yeah, which
I'm
was
glad
wild.
You didn't turn that down.
Right. But I was only 3. They didn't start saying that I was making everything up until later in life.
Right.
So, you know.
Because I do remember the times that you would see stuff and whatever, and
Yeah.
I was curious if you still see things, but like as you get older too, maybe like you would have to work at it and actually like explore it.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like, because I was
If
more
you want to.
innocent. Like, I feel like it's something that I would have to more tap into to get more into.
Mm-hmm.
But I do, like, I feel very connected with things that my dad doesn't love, because it's like spiritual things that are not religiously spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I feel like I am not religious or anything, but
witch ancestor.
I don't know if there's like something down. I really want to do like an ancestry.com type thing, or like
do it.
Like I feel like there has to be something in my line that connects me to something different than what my father is connected to.
Right.
And I'm not trying to like say that my family is wrong or anything like that. Like, I love them dearly.
Well, of course.
And
you can love someone but be different.
Exactly. For me, growing up, it's always seemed like my dad does not see it as an option or a lifestyle choice. He sees it as it is either this or you die kind of thing.
Black and white.
Like, exactly. And I'm like, I don't see it that way. There's so much that doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't fit together in my head.
And that's okay. For me, I always felt like I have a sixth sense with things. I've never seen anything or whatever, but I've had like just feelings and just connections.
Yeah.
And some of it, some people would say is more on the, typical spiritual side.
Yeah.
And other times it's other things. So, I mean, it's just like whatever,
Yeah.
But I was just curious because you don't really talk about it anymore and whatever.
Yeah.
So, but you're not also in that house anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not in the house where we used to see the things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this has been another podcast.
Yep, it sure has.
Yeah. I hope that y'all had a good time talking about dreams with us, and thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.
And tell your friends and bring them back next week for more nonsense.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.